Between Two Castles of Mad King Ludwig has expanded. The Secrets and Soirees expansion coming up.
Hi, Stella
And Tarrant here from Meeple University.
Welcome to our review video, should you play the expansion. Well, maybe the basic and the expansion, but we're going to focus a little bit more on the expansion.
Yes.
Though we're going to give you a quick overview of the base game and what the expansion brings to the game. And then we're going to let you know what we think of it.
Yes. So Between Two Castles of Mad King Ludwig was a game released by Stonemaier a couple of years ago, and it, as it's clearly indicated in the title, it is a mashup between Two Cities, which was a
Busier games.
It was Between Two Cities was the Stonemaier game, very successful Stonemaier game.
Of course.
And the Castles of Mad King Ludwig, which was a Bezier games.
How could I not know? Because I love Between Two
You
Cities.
You just weren't listening to me.
Sorry. Yes. Yes, so I'm busted here. Anyways, I thought you were going to say the first one first. So I was ready with my comments.
Exactly.
Anyways, so Between Two Cities, it's probably one of my favorite games, especially if they are, higher play counts. It plays up to 7, I believe.
Plays up to 7.
Yeah.
As does Between Two Castles. But now it plays up to 8 with this expansion. So it does add an extra tiles means enough tiles for an extra player. And so it now goes up to 8.
Yep. And we played all those. We also played the Castles of Mad King Ludwig, which is a fun room or castle building where you like drafting rooms and build it up.
Yeah, so it's got elements of drafting and auction, the Castles of Mad King Ludwig, and it is largely about... The tiles are very odd shapes in that game, but really all the points come from your adjacency of some rooms to others and the sorts of rooms that are in your castles. So that is what both Mad King Ludwig and
Between Two
Cities had in common, was that like a lot of tile placement games, it had ways that each of the rooms would score, and they all sort of balance out, and you've got to find a way to make the most points out of what you've got.
Mm. Exactly.
Yes.
So what is it about roughly, and what does the expansion bring?
Yep. So basic game, you will have 9 tiles in each round, and there will be 4 drafts in each round. You will take 2 tiles, you will keep them, hand the rest off to the player on your left, and then so each player will have 2 tiles, and they'll be building 1 castle to their left with their neighbour to the left, and 1 castle on their right with the neighbour on their right. And between the two of you, you're trying to build up the best possible scoring castle.
And you score the lowest.
And you score the lower of your 2. So your aim is to not have 1 super powered castle, but to build up 2 roughly even castles that are as good as you can, so that you can have the highest lower scoring. Mm-hmm. And nothing changes fundamentally for the expansion. There is no difference to that overall concept. What there are is 3 new rooms.
We should probably share also the 2 players variant.
We will get to that. So yes, the basic changes. You've got 3 new rooms. You've got 2 new main rooms and 1 which is the specialty room. So the activity room, which is shown by this, what is that little guitar
banjo
icon?
Or something?
Yep.
Yeah, guitar.
This is the simplest of the new sorts of rooms because it scores in a very similar way. It's worth up to 4 points. You'll get 1 point for each room, regardless of what it is, that is orthogonally adjacent. But you only get 1 point if any of the 8 surrounding rooms are a certain type.
Containing something, yeah.
Yeah, so this one here is an outdoor room. So if you've got an outdoor room next to your theatre in any of the 8 spaces, then this will only ever score 1 point. But if you keep the outdoor rooms away, then you'll score up to 4 points for orthogonally adjacent.
This is probably theatre for vampire. They don't want to be next to outdoor.
Exactly. And the activity room, the bonus for placing 3 of these, because that's a big part of the game, is when you get 3 of a certain room, you will get an additional bonus, and that is a ballroom. So ballrooms, it's a new type of specialty building. They do go into a face-down stack, though, because they each have a different sort of building they combo off. And here it's 1 point for every of the purple ones, living areas, in the neighbouring 2 castles. Ooh. And that's tough to wrap your head around, because if this is the castle on my right, then it's looking for living areas in the castle on my left and the castle on my neighbour's right.
Right.
If that makes sense.
So it has that sort of like feel of between 2 cities, but, well, kind of like adjacency, sort of scoring off other people's.
Scoring off other people. So it's the first thing in this game or in the other one which scores off what an opponent has, to my knowledge. So that's what the ballrooms bring. You get them right, they can be worth a lot of points. Which, the theatre's only 4 points each. They can be a little bit weaker, but the ballroom could score a lot if you make it work.
Yep.
The other type of building is a secret room. And the names of these, they're not actually the names of rooms. This one here is out of the window.
Yeah.
There's one that's called behind the curtain. A few things like that. And what you do is you place this, and it has an arrow pointing in one of the 4 cardinal directions. And it becomes an exact copy of the room it's pointing at.
Including its ability.
So if I put this under my theatre would score like my theatre. I would need to keep the outdoors away from it for this specific theatre.
For better scoring.
Yep. And you also get to take you take a marker, if I can find the right one.
That indicates what type of room it is now.
Yes, indicates what type it is. So
and
this now counts towards my total count of activity rooms for the purposes of the
getting bonuses.
Yeah,
bonuses if you get 3 or 5.
Yes. And so that's fundamentally what's new in the base mode of play. There are new tiles across all of the different sorts of tiles. There are new bonus cards, everything that you need to incorporate these new these new room types into the game. Nothing combos off a secret room. I will make that clear. Nothing combos off a secret room because the secret room becomes something else. It ceases to be a secret room.
Yes. Yeah.
You're also not allowed to copy a specialty room with a secret room. That's the other thing that would make it overpowered. So, that is what's new. The game also comes with a new mode, which makes it no longer between 2 castles. It turns it back into a personal castle, but there's still interaction. And we played this at 2-player rather than using the automated player to give us the 3rd castle. And with this mode, you are building your own castle, and each turn you're choosing 1 tile for yourself and 1 tile for your neighbour.
I find that really interesting.
Yeah, so you can try to give your neighbour tiles that aren't very useful or keep the tiles away from them, particularly in 2-player when you know what you're about to give.
Hate drafting.
And keep the tiles away that you know they need.
So what do you think, Tarrant?
What do I think? I think it's fine. I think the expansion adds some nice... I like the different mode.
The different mode of the 2-player.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I enjoy that, even though it's no longer the between 2 cities. I think that works really well. And I like the activity building is just another building. That's fine. Adds a little bit of extra variety. I felt that the secret buildings made it very easy to get, or made it a lot easier to get the bonuses. And
right.
We haven't played a lot of the base game, so it's possible. I could see. I'm speculating it's in here in response to people saying, "Gee, it's really hard to get these bonuses."
Right.
So the secret rooms give you more capability to get those bonuses.
I think the theory is like the Everdale new expansion where you got some building that lets you be more flexible.
Yep. Yeah, that's true. The more stuff, the more expansion content you throw in, the more diluted those bonuses become. And so having the special rooms gets you back towards them.
And speaking about that dilution, Red Rising, which is also Stone Maya other games, so many cards in the deck, and they are, was it orange or something?
The orange and
Yeah.
grey.
Yeah,
Yeah, the orange and grey ones.
Right. I kind of like wish that there are more of those so that you can, but that's a different game. But in this game, I feel like I got a few of the secret rooms in our play anyway.
Yep.
So that's enough to help me with getting the things that I want.
Yes, and I do feel that was a shuffling issue. We already had this that was set up for the base, and I didn't mash them on the table. I tried to shuffle them in, but I think we probably got overrepresented by secret rooms. But that's my fault. I'll wear that.
I think at the end I didn't really use a lot of secret rooms anyway. I did. I did.
A whole cluster of secret rooms.
That's right. And then I gave to you some of them.
Yeah.
All right. But I don't mind. I can see if I didn't have that much secret room, then I could have get other things. Like I think I needed sleeping room or something like that to score me more points. Yeah.
Yep.
I think this expansion and this one, none of us actually got this card in our play.
Yes, those ones come from the utility rooms.
Right. So you get this
we own. I don't think there were 3 between us in the game.
Right.
Which is always a peril with 2 players. Mm-hmm. There'll be some types of cards, and this happens in Red Rising as well. Mm-hmm. There'll be some types of tiles that just don't turn up because we were taking 4 of these decks to play our whole game.
Or you just didn't shuffle it properly.
Even if I had, you could easily have not picked any of them up in a 2-player game.
Or I could have used the secret room for that one, but I didn't. I used it for something else. So either way, I would think that you want to get these cards early in the game so you know what to score, what to gather at the start.
Yep.
It does add a little bit of something like a little bit nice. I think it might, I don't know if for somebody who has not played this game before, is it a little bit too complex? Maybe it's better if you play the base game first. I wouldn't say like complex like Lucida's game or anything like that, but there's a few rules comes with the exact tile.
No doubt. I think, and I've heard it before I'd played this. I'd heard it was a common complaint about Between Two Castles versus Between Two Cities, and I do agree with it. Is that Between Two Cities, there's really 6 things you have to learn. There's 6 different ways to score. Whereas here you've got, I think it's 8 different ways to score and then 8 different bonus cards that can come up and a couple of other bonuses. Yep. So you're teaching a lot more ways of scoring to start off with. And now we've just added 3 new ones. So you don't want to start with this expansion. It just adds that one extra little bit of complexity.
That's fair. But the base game, I found it very interesting. I like it when the game gives you tough decision. Oh, you want this or that. Like so many things you can do, but then there's so little time. And there was only like, I kind of wish that there are more rounds, but then if it's more round, then it's probably not going to be as tight. So I think that's a good amount of rounds there. So that's what we think. What do you think? Have you played any of these that we mentioned? Have you played the base game? Have you played the expansion? Have you played Between Two Cities? I did video live playthrough for that one as well. Let us know. Share us what you think in the comments below. I actually love to see your comments and then running back to you. Yes, what were you going to say?
New solo components, of course.
Oh, yeah, of course.
To make it integrated with the solo game, because Stone Maya always very good with that.
Yeah, indeed. So let us know in the comment section below. And if you find this video useful somehow, please hit that like button and subscribe to us. Please, if you haven't already done so. I'm also on Instagram and other social media, so you can follow me there too. And hopefully we will see you next time. Bye!